G'day, welcome back to the channel. We're doing an unboxing today. We're unboxing 2026. Now, it's already arrived here, and I've had a look at it. It looks pretty much the same as 2025. Don't see any major feature upgrades or bug fixes. Everything seems pretty much the same. I haven't even peeled the protective film of 2025 yet, and 2026 is here. Just where does the time go? Especially as you get older, things happen much more quickly. Time flies, as they say. Now, I'm making this video because, well, for a number of reasons. It's a bit of a start of the year catch-up. Now, the last video I put up, the Karen, had a bit of feedback from that. I knew there'd be some negative comments on there. I knew some people would be, oh, so upset because it wasn't about the hobby. And my goodness, I was so mean to that poor lovely woman who just wanted not to be filmed. Now, I mentioned in the video I did on what's happening in 2026 with me and YouTube, that there's really not enough money in the hobby anymore to support a full-time YouTuber like myself. So you will see videos from time to time which may not be directly focused on the hobby. And here's a little tip for you. I know someone said, oh, I'm unsubscribing. Oh, I didn't come for this. So here's a tip for you. If you're feeling a little bit upset because I put something on that wasn't to do with the hobby, well, believe it or not, and this will come as a shock to you, you don't have to watch every video I post. No, that's true. No. There's no legal or moral obligation to watch every video I post. If you see something that may not take your fancy, then don't watch it, honestly, seriously. But if I'm going to pay the bills, I've got to make sure I've got videos that appeal from time to time to a broader audience, because hobby videos, there just isn't the audience anymore. And you can understand that, because let's look at the UK. Oh, I just can't believe it. As of, I think it's 1st of January, if you're a 12-year-old kid and you want to go and fly an RC model plane somewhere, you've got to have someone supervising you. You can't be trusted as a kid to fly a 110-gram foam RC plane. You know, if it's got FPV or something, I can't remember the exact rules, haven't really done it. I'll do a video on the rules once I've brought myself up to speed. But basically, they've brought the thing down, and now if you're 12 years old, you've got to have a supervisor, because you can't be trusted. If you're 13 years old, you've got to sign up to the offenders register just to fly a toy plane. What the hell is going on? And they keep telling us, you know, like in Australia, oh, we're going to age gate social media. We don't want kids on social media until they're 16. Yet you're taking away the alternatives as well. Surely if you don't want them on social media, you want them out there in the great outdoors, enjoying a wholesome, you know, family-friendly hobby like flying model aircraft and drones. No, you can't do that either. I would hate to be a kid in 2026, because it looks like you're not going to be able to do anything except sit outside and watch the grass grow. And even then, they'll probably find a reason to stop you doing that. It's terrible. What are we doing? When I was a kid, I'd be down the school, as I say, flying my RC plane. When I was, I think got my first single channel set when I was 12, saved up for it over a long period of time and bought it. Bought the radio control, already had some balsa wood and stuff, built the plane, and I'd be flying that down the local schoolyard. It was only just big enough to fly a single channel plane, but I didn't have to have a supervisor. I didn't have to have my mother with me. I didn't have to sign up to a register to say, look, I might be an offender. No, the world has gone absolutely nuts. So yeah, what do you do? Anyway, what I'm looking at doing is, over the coming year, I might do we're going to push back against regulation and also public opinion. So I'm thinking I might do some videos. For example, I'm doing a video on AI, which some people said, oh, we don't want it. No. Well, don't watch it. When I put it up, just don't watch it. Just skip that one. Go on to the next one. It's raining at the moment. It's raining and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I can't do any flying just right now. So I'm working on other projects of videos. So the AI video, I came across something and I thought, this is just crazy. This is utterly crazy. During my research, I discovered that over a dozen people, about 15 people, have died as the result of the use of AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Gemini and so forth. They've died mainly because they have taken their own lives as a result of the interaction with these chatbots. They may have been mentally unwell, whatever, but the use of AI chatbots has claimed over a dozen lives. So you would think, my goodness, this is dangerous technology. It should be regulated, it should be controlled, but it's not. In fact, in the USA, Trump has made a great deal of noise about saying, well, we're not going to regulate AI. We're going to be right up there at the leading edge of this technology. We can't regulate it. And states are not going to regulate it either. And in the UK, there is no regulation for AI, either the development, deployment, or use of AI, totally unregulated. So it makes it even more ironic that a kid flying a toy plane at 12 years old has to be supervised, because we're regulating, in the case of drones, not one, as of the time I make this video, not one single person has died anywhere in the world as the result of recreational use of multi-rotor drones. But every day they roll out more and more regulations, more restrictions, more controls for something that has proven to be 100% safe. Yet the thing that's taken over a dozen lives, just do what you like. You know what the difference is? The difference is money. Money, money, money. The people who are basically in control now, not governments. We don't have governments in control. We've got very wealthy individuals and corporations. They run the entire world. All this stuff will be unveiled in my AI video. It's not run by governments. Governments are so indebted, so dependent on big tech and the people behind it, that they have to do what big tech says. You know, imagine, let's say Google, for example, decided, okay, we're shutting up shop. We're cutting off all our government customers. Or Amazon, all that Amazon Web Services and things, and all the Google services that governments rely on. If they pulled that, governments would collapse. Their IT infrastructure would fall apart. So that puts them in a very powerful position. And of course, with the trillions of dollars that are going into AI, they don't want governments regulating it because it'll compromise their ability to turn all that investment into profit. So the governments are pretty much, okay, you've got the money, you've got the power, we'll do what you say. When it comes to drones, similar situation, except this time the people who are going to make money, they don't want to get rid of drones completely. They just want to get rid of the hobby because, as the Commercial Drone Alliance says, we can't make money out of this airspace, this 0 to 400 foot airspace, as long as there's pesky hobbyists in there. So what do? We just tell the government, get rid of them. So I don't know. So what I was thinking of doing is just making the occasional videos on the irony, the comparisons between what is proven so far to be the world's safest hobby, not one death, with so many other things that cause so many deaths and so much damage and so much misery, yet by comparison are virtually unregulated or virtually unregulated. It shows you the proof that it's not about safety, it's about saving human lives, it's about making money. And that's a terrible state of affairs when we've foregone our common sense and our logic and our reason, and we're usurping the rights of 12-year-old kids because some fat guy sitting on his yacht in the Mediterranean wants to make more money. Anyway, that's a rant. I'm ranting because I got basically thrown myself out of bed at 10 o'clock last night because one of the side effects of Parkinson's is a thing called dystonia. You know, you get a cramp in your leg or something. Think of that multiplied by a factor of 10 because it's not just your calf muscle that cramps, it's the whole damn leg. So you can't get any relief, and sometimes it lasts for half an hour. It's excruciatingly painful. And I had a bout of that last night, so I'm a bit tired because I have had very little sleep, but I can't go back to sleep because my leg, the cramping is so powerful that my leg is now so sore I can hardly walk on it, and it'll be like that for a day or two. So you live with the problems you have. I'll find a way to get around that. It's not a problem. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video, first video of 2026, and just give you some heads up and just speak to the complaints on that last video. And as I say, just for a little bit more context, because I think some people missed the context on that video, I was walking down the street as I did every day, and just every day I just stop and just get a couple of frames. Sometimes I take a photo with my phone, sometimes I just get some frames with my camera if I had it, showing how empty that premises was, how no one was using it. That's, 3 or 4 seconds, and then I walk on. On that particular day, I went there, 3 or 4 seconds, and the woman came over to me. I wasn't intending to film her, but she came over to me. So I thought, okay, we'll just carry on, see where this goes. And then she asked me to wait. Well, she went and got her camera and continued the conversation. So I wasn't setting out to deliberately film her. No way. She chose to come over and be filmed, and to film me and to engage in conversation. So I thought that was something that people might like to see, because this was a part of evidence gathering for my proof that this whole premises there, which was over $250,000 of public money, was a waste of money. So anyone that says, oh, you shouldn't have done that, I'm sorry, but if you're going to not collect evidence regarding a waste of public money because it makes someone uncomfortable, then you never uncover the wrongdoings when it comes to the spending of public money. Look at that thing in Minnesota. If that guy had said, oh, I can't do this because it might make people feel uncomfortable, Americans would never have known about the huge waste of money associated with that situation. And I don't put myself forward as equivalent to 60 Minutes, but I keep our local community informed. And to do that, I can't just rock up and say, this is a waste of public money. I've got to prove it. I've got to have the evidence. So when someone challenges my assertion, I can say, well, look, here it is. And as I was clearing out my hard drive at the end of the year, I thought, shall I just delete this footage or shall I just take advantage of it? I thought, it's a video, people might like it. And a lot of people did like it. A lot of people loved that video. If you didn't, just don't watch it. Anyway, that's it. Oh man, a 10-minute video out of nothing. Anyway, thank you very much for all your support in the last year. We've got a new year coming. I'll be doing my best to make it a really good year. And I'm trying to, promote this hobby, what's left of it, for as long as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Do the comments with you if you want to. Thanks for watching. Oh, I said that, didn't I? God, I'm so tired. Bye for now.